Sawasdee krap and welcome to our Thailand news update. Now we're here in our new host set, so we're going to be doing it standing up from now on. Natty's here for the next 3 weeks, taking over the hosting situation. Here in Bangkok, we've got some fairly bad air quality at the moment, and the government's already responding, well, with their own idea of what's happening. But in the Philippines, they've got typhoons, not only typhoons, but super typhoons. We'll get to that as well as we get stuck into today's main news stories. Bad news for the boys in brown. The Royal Thai Police has told its 80,000-member police force that officers are not allowed to take any holiday leave for the end of the year. They were told no extra days off or holiday leave will be approved between December the 25th and after the New Year up to January the 4th. All hands on deck, apparently, to maintain law and order and assist as people move around the country, with millions flocking to the capital, according to no one in particular. Last year, the New Year holidays saw at least 6 million cars passing in and out of Bangkok over the Christmas-New Year break. And this year, authorities are estimating that an extra 1 million additional cars and vehicles will enter or exit Bangkok. There's even going to be a ban on 10-wheel trucks from driving around about 194 kilometres of roads on 7 key routes leading into the capital before New Year's Eve. Meanwhile, to attempt to avoid bottlenecking, reduce air pollution and save travellers a few baht, authorities have announced that Motorway 7, the road connecting the capital to Chonburi, and Motorway 9, Bangkok's outer ring road, will waive all toll fees for 4 days over the New Year holiday. The Tourism Authority of Thailand is engaging 26 influencers, both local and global, to promote Thailand's reopening, including Thai-British Formula One driver Alex Albon. The project, named Amazing New Chapters from A to Z, Thailand Has It All, will focus on influencers with lots of followers to show off tourism products around the country on popular social media platforms. And the campaign will be launched at ITB Berlin, the world's largest international travel trade show, in March next year, with 26 influencers who have at least 1 million followers on their social networks. One of the gimmicks that the TAT have come up with is the 26 influencers will be selected based on the 26 letters in the Roman alphabet. The TAT have also set some targets for next year. The industry must see nationwide average occupancy for hotels reach 50%, up from less than 25% this year. The average load factor for aeroplanes has to reach 70%, and international expenditure per person has to reach 62,500 and 4,100 for local tourists. A romantic evening with a lovely lady sneaking a few drinks on a Thai beach sounds ideal, unless you're a monk from a Hat Yai temple and meant to be deep in prayer with your orange robes on instead. The holy man, or now former holy man, has been defrocked after a night of passion on a local beach. Police sent a surveillance team out to track down the errant monk from Wat Kok Saman Kun. That's what it says. He left the temple on Wednesday night, picked up his lady friend and headed to Chalatat Beach. Police intercepted the pair on their way back, reported the monk to the temple's abbot, who then promptly defrocked the monk for his indiscretion. Some workers in nightlife and entertainment venues may soon receive a taste of COVID-19 financial relief from a government payout. If the Cabinet approves the new measures, workers in the sector could receive a one-time payout of 5,000 baht. The single payment would go to nightlife entertainment workers like musicians and comedians and other performers who have been unable to work due to government-imposed restrictions. Now, we're not sure exactly how liberally the term other performers is going to be applied. If approved, the Secretary-General says the payments will be wired to many entertainers before the end of the year on December the 29th. The SSO has a list of 120,000 people in the entertainment sector who are expected to benefit from the payout. A second round of payments will likely cover everyone, and those who are not in the list can apply by the middle of January, as a new list will be finalised at the end of January. 4 prison officers have been sacked by the Department of Corrections for allegedly committing serious disciplinary offences against detainees at the Justice Ministry's headquarters in Nonthaburi. One of the officers was fired for allegedly extorting money from families of convicts in exchange for special care, while 3 other department personnel have been sacked in separate cases for allegedly violently assaulting convicts, resulting in significant prisoner injuries and fatalities. The decision to fire authorities was a lesson to other officials that no one is above the law, according to the director, claiming that violators of the Code of Conduct will be removed from their jobs promptly, followed by sanctions and appropriate legal action. The Thai PM, Prayut Chan-o-cha, says he's concerned about people in Bangkok facing the problem of PM 2.5 dust that's exceeded the health standard in some areas. The Thai capital has had a few days this week of moderate to poor air quality and visibility. The issue comes up every year at about this time as the southwest monsoon runs out of steam and lighter winds from the northeast blow smoke and pollution down from the north and beyond Thailand's borders. Nevertheless, the Public Health Ministry is preparing to open an online pollution clinic and prepare dust-free rooms in public health service facilities for high-risk groups such as children and the elderly. Air quality for today is officially unhealthy in some parts of the capital and has been forecast to get worse on December the 22nd and 23rd. The situation usually gets worse in the first few months of each year as the burning season kicks off for plantations in the north of Thailand and near the border in Myanmar. Here's a graphic showing fire activity around the region over the past 3 days. Plenty of fires close into Bangkok, as you can see. Tens of thousands of people have been evacuated from their homes in the Philippines as one of the world's strongest storms this year made landfall. The Philippines Weather Bureau says Typhoon Rai made its first landfall in Siargao Island yesterday. The local weather forecasters expect to see storm surges in coastal areas as well as flooding and landslides in mountainous areas along the typhoon's path as it heads westward. Now, they've already tracked wind speeds of up to 195 kilometres per hour, that's around 120 miles per hour, near the centre of the typhoon, with gusts up to 240 kilometres per hour. And we'll have the latest on that super typhoon today at thetiger.com. Well, that's all the latest news stories from around Thailand and the region. Don't forget Jet coming up later with Thailand News Today. That comes out around about 5 o'clock each afternoon. We've also got Jay and Natty on Good Morning Thailand, plus plenty of other great videos coming along this weekend. Please subscribe to the channel, but for now, you're up to date on the Thaiger.